Today's video, we're going to be checking out the Funko Pint-Sized Heroes. This is the horror blind bag figures. A video that has been long overdue. This is a video I wanted to do for a very long time now, and it's just simply been the case where I haven't been able to find an entire case of these at my local comic book store. And sure enough now, around the Christmas season, I guess they just restocked, and I was able to get myself an entire case. So we are going to have a look at an entire case of the horror pint-sized heroes. So it's going to be a bit of a longer video. So sit down. I hope you guys enjoy this. As again, this has been something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I just didn't get a chance to be able to find these. Pint-sized heroes, I think, do relatively well for Funko. They are, you know, a more inexpensive sort of little blind bag collectible. And I think they're a lot cooler, in all honesty, than the Dorbs. I think they should just get rid of the Dorbs altogether. Anyways, here's just a quick look at the box with some of the characters on the sides. And on the back. And on the side. And on the front. Also in the front, you can see that there is Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees, just like a little advertisement of what they will look like when you get them opened up. So technically, I now have a Freddy and a Jason, even if I don't end up getting one inside. We open up the front, and when the comic book stores get them, they're basically like this inside a brown box, and they just open these up and then let the little fingers come in and grab which ones that they want to grab. So here are the inserts, the contents. Now, what's interesting though is there's a couple of characters on here that aren't on, like for example, this guy right down here is not on the bag. So I don't know if he's part of the wave. I see Carrie. Carrie's there. Chucky's there. But he's not on the back, so I don't really know whether he's part of the wave or not. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and open up each one of these until we have depleted the entire case, and hopefully you guys will stick around for the entire video. Got Hank here, and let's go ahead and cut open the first one, to which we are treated right away with a pamphlet, so maybe the pamphlet might give us some additional characters. Okay, he is there. I'm also drawing a blank as to who that is. I should know this, but for some reason I'm drawing a blank as to who that character is. He is there, despite the fact he wasn't on the back of the bag. And again, you got Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Pennywise the Clown, or It. You've got Stripe, Beetlejuice, a bloodied Carrie, Pinhead, the Cthulhu, Elvira, the Mistress of the Dark, Chucky, again, unknown. I'm trying to think of who that is. Krampus? It's not the Krampus. And Michael Myers. If anybody knows, let me know down below. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and open up the first bag, and inside we've got ourselves Chucky, or more importantly, we've got ourselves the, I guess, Bride of Chucky, with a bloodied eye for some strange reason. He's got the stitches, the staples on the side of his head, and he is wearing his little good guy outfit. It's neat. I don't know if I would have gone this route for Chucky, especially like the hair seems off too. I don't think it's obviously not, I don't think it's Cursed Chucky that this is. Because again, you got the staples and stuff, but the hair doesn't seem like it matches. Hair should be like pulled back and stapled as well, and then you got the bloodied eye. Strange. Posability on all of these, by the way, the head rotates all the way around. And that's it. That's all they really do. But there's something about pint-sized heroes that I really like. I don't like Dorbs, but I like pint-sized heroes. And I'm wondering if it's basically the proportion that the pint-sized heroes, for example, seem to have a larger head, whereas the Dorbs seem to have a slightly longer body. And the Dorbs don't seem to have as much sculpt on the head, whereas the pint-sized heroes actually have like additional sculpting that's been done. I don't know. Needless to say, I seem to enjoy the pint-sized heroes a lot more than I enjoy the Dorbs. I've just completely abandoned all chances of wanting to pick up any more Dorbs. I just have no interest whatsoever. Let's go ahead and open up bag number 2. Because these are also small too, they're fairly inexpensive. I think they're only about $4 or so at comic book stores. But next we have is Jason Voorhees. You could say from part 3, or I guess part 4, probably part 3. I'm not going to get overly specific as to which movie these characters are appearing in. I do like that his head, his hockey mask is sculpted on rather than just, you know, the same shape. And then they just painted where the mask would have actually been. They actually have sculpted it on, so I like that. I like that a lot. I'm hoping this is appearing clear in camera. Sometimes with the focus as it is, it's maybe focusing. You know what? I'll bring this over to the side. That way we don't... Hopefully that's a little bit more focused. There's Jason Voorhees. Put him next to Chucky. This actually looks a little bit better, I think, for product placement. Product placement is very crucial when doing a review. Let's open up the next bag. This is also, as far as I know, the only series that they've released. They may potentially release maybe a series 2. I hope that they still continue to release the Mystery Mini horror figures, because I've collected every single wave of those. Also done some videos, so if you guys want to check out any of the Funko stuff, I've got a playlist on this channel that you can go and you can watch all the older stuff that I've done. And I've done a lot of Mystery Minis. Oh man, I've done a lot of Mystery Mini case openings. So if you've missed those, go by all means and check out the playlist. So again, you got your head posability. That's it. That's all you're really going to get. Put him right there. Just recently, I don't know, I've either uploaded the video or I haven't uploaded the video yet, but I'm really also getting into the vinyls. The Funko vinyls, the V-Y-N-L vinyl. Spelled wrong, vinyl. I really like the design of those. I've already done the Freddy and the Jason. I don't know if I've already uploaded the video for that, but if I haven't, stay tuned for that. I'm really getting into those, the vinyl figures. I want to see more and more of those, and more and more. Next we have is Pinhead. I like the design of him. Again, like really small, intricate details on the costume, even though the lower body is exactly the same as all the other Pint-Sized heroes. Even got the back area here that's been attached to his head. They're not so much pins as they are like little, almost beads. I just couldn't make that as sharp as they wanted to make it. Pinhead looks really cool though. Put him right there. And we keep going. Now this might actually be a long video because there are a lot of blind bags in there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there's a whole bunch of them. So those who favor long videos on this channel versus the shorter videos, you guys will be definitely in luck because this one's going to be a little bit longer. Here we have, whoops, hold on one second. I banged my umbrella. Anyways, going back to what we were looking at here, we have Freddy Krueger. And it's got some nice sculpting on here. I'm just going to move this box over slightly just in case it's pulling the focus away from the object. Again, like the face has actually been sculpted in. They haven't painted it, which I really like. Now this one does have a slight different sculpt on the hand because they've incorporated the claw. All silver. It's a little on the cheap side, but we can overlook that. Fedora is not removable. Still has the same posability though. There's Freddy Krueger. Put him right over there. Moving along. Go ahead and cut this and hopefully not bang any more umbrellas in the process. Have ourselves another Freddy Krueger. I'm curious to know what you guys think of the Pint-Sized heroes. I think the general consensus is, and by all means correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the general consensus is that nobody really likes Dorbs. Nobody. If you do like Dorbs, you know, that's congratulations, you like Dorbs. But let me know what you guys think of Pint-Sized heroes. Is it actually something that you do really like? Or am I really like the only one? Let's turn his head just to correct himself. There we go. Here we have Michael Myers. Again, we're not going to get to the specifics as I'm assuming it's from Halloween 1. There's the back of it with his hair. Hair looks good. Face sculpt, or mask sculpt I should say, is quite good as well. A little slit on his mouth. Very, very simplified looking version of Michael Myers, but I like it. Got the pockets there as well. There's the underside. So for not including, of course, doubles, we've already gotten ourselves a Chucky. I'm kind of pointing it as I'm looking at them. Chucky, Jason, Pinhead, Freddy, and Michael Myers. That's not bad. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And really only 2 doubles so far. But we still got a long way to go. So let's go ahead and get this cut open. And inside, one of the more fantasy, sort of mythological creatures, we've got the Cthulhu, complete with the wings on the back. Some would say boo to the fact that they kind of mixed and matched some characters. So you have like horror icons, and then you got like the more kind of fantasy, kid-friendly horror films like Gremlins and Beetlejuice. And then you've got like the more fantasy characters such as the Cthulhu. But I kind of like that. They incorporate many different facets, many different ways of what you would consider horror. Cthulhu's got some really good looks to him. Like, I'm really liking the tentacle lower half of him. Little suction cups on the top there, and his wings. Does he still have posability? Surprisingly, yes. I say surprisingly because I actually didn't think he was going to have as much posability. There's the Cthulhu. I hope, at the very least, I hope that we get the entire set. The fact that we're going through an entire case, one would hope that we then get an entire set. I'm going to say this is the Krampus, judging by the fact that he's also got himself what looks to be a Santa's bag. I can't see what's actually in there. It looks like it may be the head of a child. Oh, okay, it must be a child because there's the hands and there's the head. So it looks like the little kid is holding on there. I'm going to say it does look like, I'm guessing it is the Krampus. In fact, I'm 99.99656% correct by thinking that this is the Krampus. And I'm sure I'll get 5,000 comments down below. It is the Krampus. It is the Krampus. Hey, buddy, it's the Krampus. Hey, did you know it's the Krampus? By the way, that thing you were looking at 435.77, I don't know. That's the Krampus. Neat looking, though. Really got some neat design elements to it. It's more of a kind of the more classic design of Krampus rather than the Krampus that we got in that that movie that was, what, 2015? Was it the 2015 Krampus, which I actually just watched the other day. Just one of those Christmas movies. I thought to myself, well, I see the regular ones so often. The Silent Night, Deadly Nights, 1 and 2. I don't really watch 3, 4, and 5. I don't really watch Silent Night, the remake, because I don't really consider it a remake. And I generally watch Christmas Evil. But then above that, I may watch Black Christmas from time to time. Like this year, I watched the remake just to kind of mix it up a bit. And this year, I decided to watch the Krampus. So I watched the Krampus yesterday. Not a bad movie, but it paces slowly about halfway through. Like the middle of the movie, it starts well, it ends well, but like the middle is a really slow pace to watch. Kind of we gotta get past Christmas. Christmas is already come and gone, my friends. We have to now look into the new year. Like many, many more new videos, by the way, also coming in 2018. Looking forward to the 2018 year. Speaking of new videos, but speaking of this video, we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves. Got ourselves another Michael Myers. And again, really, like Funko could take existing molds. So, for example, Michael Myers here. And seeing as we got a bloodied Carrie, obviously they have no problem with gore. They could give us the blood-dripping eye Michael Myers from Halloween 2 as a possibility. They could also slightly change the color of that outfit and change the color of the hair, and they could give us a Halloween 4 Michael Myers as a possibility. Lots and lots of possibilities. That's the beauty of companies that want to reuse new molds or existing molds to make new characters. Got ourselves another Cthulhu. There we go. I really like this one just because it's coloring. All the other ones are somewhat muted in their grays, and I know Freddy Krueger's got some reds and stuff like that in there, but the Cthulhu adds that little pop of color that I really like. Okay, so let's open up the next one. Oh, nice. Here we have bloodied Carrie, doused in pig blood. I'll get you, John Travolta. The blood actually has varying degrees of color, whereas the top is bright red. It looks like it gets a little darker down below. I don't know if that's intentional, But if it is intentional, good job. You got the more caked, dried blood down further down below. They could easily just re-release this one without the blood and give us regular Carrie. I think everybody would kind of be more interested in a bloodied Carrie than anything else. And again, posability in the head. Put her right down there. I want to dare say we're about halfway through the box. I don't know if that's a correct assumption, but that's what I'm going to go with. Now, I did pick up a couple of these before. This was before they actually were able to get a case. And I think one of the ones that I did get was a Pennywise the Clown, or It. I know there's a debate. I don't know what video I did it before, but I did a video in which Pennywise the Clown was in there, and I think I said It, and a lot of people said, no, his name is Pennywise the Clown. Well, Pennywise is one of the images that it takes, but it technically is still It, even though it's, he's taking on the persona of Pennywise the Clown. Really nice look on Pennywise here. Again, the sculpted nose, not something you get a lot with the Dorbs. The rest of the face looks like it's just printed on. Sculpting of the hair there as well. Really like the look of this one too. Now again, they could have variations to it, because really, not sculpting the mouth, they could give him a more happier face, like a more jovial face. They could also give us the remake Pennywise. And let's see which ones we haven't gotten. We haven't gotten either, well, we haven't gotten Stripe. And we haven't gotten Beetlejuice. I don't know why 1 and 12, or sorry, this one here, look like they're identical. In fact, yeah, they look like they're, actually, you know what, that makes me think, if I flip to the back here, we obviously only have one gremlin showing on the back, so I think they made an error when they printed the packaging, which is probably why Krampus was not on the packaging and we get 2 gremlins. That's probably what they've done. Just a mistake on packaging. It obviously would make absolutely no sense to have 2 gremlins featured in the set. 1 gremlin is perfectly fine. Unless they threw, like, Mohawk in there. Got another bloodied Carrie. Put her right down there. And we keep going. We keep going through this entire case. I really like doing these uncasing videos. Just kind of more like a relaxed sort of environment. We can just kind of shoot it back and forth. Just, talk about stuff. I like talking about stuff. Probably a little bit too much at times on these videos. Another Pennywise the Clown. Put him right there. I think of my favorite on this so far. My favorites. I can't say that Chucky is my favorite. I'm just not digging the look of him. I do like the Michael Myers though, and I really like the Krampus and Cthulhu. I kind of like that they did break that up a little bit by throwing in the more fantasy characters. The mythological. Speaking of Gremlin. So we turn to the side. There we go. Stripe. I suppose he falls more into the horror end of it versus Gizmo. Maybe Gizmo we might get in another wave. Maybe a series 2. I'd like to see a series 2 of Pint-Sized Heroes myself. And we got another one. If you are also wondering too, yes, I did buy the entire case. I went into the comic book store. I said, I'm going to take that case right there. I didn't just, I don't know, I didn't just walk down the street to get a carton of milk and, oh my goodness, there's a Pint-Sized Hero box right there. No. I say I wish, but you really don't want to be picking up something that you find outside. Maybe that's somebody's. Maybe they just forgot about it. They're quickly dashing back to get it, and it's gone. Because you took it home. Now I know the old adage, finders keepers, losers weepers, but you're gonna have to give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe if you see somebody running over to find, they drop their wallet, their purse. We have Beetlejuice. Really like the look of Beetlejuice here. You even kind of give him the discoloration around the outer area of his head. Pinstripe suit, slightly purple eyes, and his olive-colored hair. I like this one a lot too. How many do we have left? Buddy, how many do we have left? I think we're going to do 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 5 boxes, 5 bags left. And then a whole bunch of debris over here. So for the next one, we have ourselves another Krampus. I like the look of that one. And let's just do a quick look here. I think the only one that we haven't gotten yet is Elvira. Yes? Yeah, that's the only one we didn't get, we didn't get Elvira. The mystery minis, however, I think I've got a couple. I think I got like 3 Elviras. Speaking of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, there she is right there. The chest area, slightly discolored. It looks like they've gone in and painted it. Otherwise, like nice looking head sculpt. Then head articulation. Not bad, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So basically now everything is gravy. Because everything else that we have are now going to be doubles, triples, quadruples. Let's see how many extras we get of things. So we got another Pinhead, which now gives us 2 Pinheads. He was actually one of the few that didn't have a double yet. I'm just doing the tally check here. Okay, so 2 Mohawks, 2 Stripes, 2 Krampus, 2 Freddys, 2 Jasons, 2 Michaels, 2 Cthulhus, 2 Chuckies, 2 Carries, 2 Pennywise. I think we actually do have 2 of everything, except for Elvira. Elvira, we're still only at 1. And sure enough, I correct myself by now saying that we have 2 Elvira. So it looks like, not counting this one, and not counting the 2 on the front here, it looks like an entire case gives you 2 of every character. Except for this one. This will be kind of the deal breaker. This will tell us one of them is going to stand out. Oh, no, never mind. Actually, that's not true. Beetlejuice never got another one. And we have 2 Beetlejuice. 2 Beetlejuice. So that gives us this case, from what I'm guessing, and by the fact that you guys are all my witness because you watched me open up an entire case. This case, minus the 2 on the front that are the displays, this case has 2 of every single character. So the chances aren't fantastic. Say, for example, let's say you want to get Jason. Actually, that's a bad example. Let's say you want to get Michael Myers, because you could probably talk the store owner to giving you one of the 2 on the front. Michael Myers, for example, there's 2 per case, but I mean, really, you'd still have to pick up a lot of these in order to find them. At least there's not a chance that there's like 8 Michael Myers in the set, or like 12 Beetlejuice, that finding one, you're going to get a lot of the same character. In this instance, it's not bad actually. You're getting, at the very least, say if you buy 3 bags, all assuming it's coming from the same case, you technically, if you bought 3 bags, the chances of getting a double are good, but at least there's no chances of getting a triple. You'll get like 2 of one character, and you'll definitely get 1 new character. At least based on, I'm waving my finger a lot in this video. Based on this case, that's what we were able to, that's what I'm able to guess. Okay, so let's have a look at some of my personal favorites here. I really do like the Cthulhu. That's actually one of my personal favorites. I like the design look of him. He's got a nice bright green color versus like the rest of the characters here. So I would say the Cthulhu is definitely of my top 3. I also really like the Krampus. Isn't that funny though? Of all the like horror characters, I'm picking like the more fantasy themed characters. So I really like the Krampus. I really like Pinhead too. Pinhead. I know this is not really a top 3. And I really like, of course, Jason Voorhees. So I would say of my top 3, I would probably say... I'd say the Cthulhu is my favorite just because he's so distinctly different. I'd say Pinhead is my number 2 favorite. And my 3rd favorite, I would say, is Jason Voorhees. Let me know down below, what are your top 3 favorites from this uncasing? As today, we're having a look at the Funko, not quite new, but I did want to get them nonetheless. I know a lot of people kept saying, are you going to be able to pick up the Pint-Sized Hero Horror? Are you going to get the Pint-Sized Hero Horror figures? And I was waiting. I just kept checking with the comic book store. You guys going to get a case in yet? No, you don't have a case yet? Okay, let me know. Just kept asking, and then eventually, they got the case, and that's brought us to where we are right now. And I guess right now is the end of the video. Today's end of video, this was the end of the video for today's video. Today we were having a look at the Funko Horror Pint-Sized Hero entire case. We're looking at entire case of these. If you guys haven't had a chance yet to hit that little subscribe button down below, you are missing out, man. Get on it. Never miss a beat. That's what I always say. Never miss a beat. That's the new tagline for this channel. Never miss a beat when it comes to future videos. And of course, if you wanted to go back and have a look at other Funko related videos, there's Pint-Sized Heroes that I've done. A lot of mystery mini cases openings that I've done on this channel, including all the horror related ones. So if you guys want to check those out as well, just head over to my playlist that says Funko. And I might even like break it down as well. So like maybe there will be a playlist. I haven't done it yet. A playlist for Pint-Sized Hero uncasings. I definitely have a playlist for the Funko Mystery Mini uncasings, which there's probably about 20 videos, maybe 15, 20 videos. And of course, we've had a look at other Funko related stuff as well. So there's a playlist there for you. Either way, as always, guys, thanks for watching as you always do. Thanks for commenting down below. Thanks for liking and sharing this video. And I'll see you guys next time.